Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of WMSE's Local Live, broadcasting tonight from Anodyne on Bruce in Walker's Point. Shout out to our in-house audience. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks for being here, everybody. Tonight's show is also being live streamed. You can watch along at WMSE.org as well as on WMSE's Facebook and YouTube channel.
Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. Now please give a warm welcome to our musical guest for tonight, Large Print.
Sitting in the back row, watching dirty movies, wearing a blonde wig and polka-dotted two-piece. It's so hard to wear heels when it's raining. It's really coming down. Barefooted, running round. It's really pouring out. Now that the movie's out, what was it all about? Find meaning in the clouds, shaped like a water spout. Tornado touched the ground. We're screaming out our vows. Everyone say it now. Blonde wigs and feeling down. Blonde wigs and feeling down. Fossils falling into pieces. Dog bone buried in the backyard beside sleeping creatures. Face planting forever, no ceiling to cover my undying high tide. The tides are rising like a hemline above the knee. Full moon in Pisces, passing over. Four-leaf clover, still unlucky. No ceiling forever. Flowers and earth rising over. Four-leaf clover, rising high. sisters at the mall. My twin sister has no job. Window shopping with no money. She's so nifty when she's hungry. Lots of room in her back pocket for some ammo and a chopstick. My twin sister chews my gum. My twin sister is so fun. She's my other shitty half. I love her and that is that. She's out of reach across the street. I'm waving both my hands as if to say hello again. It's been so long, you are so far. Walk down the block, she doesn't stop. I'm never catching up. This blueprint's all I've got of us. And when you took my hand, I thought I'd never stand. Footsteps landing wet cement. I'm never catching up, I'll never interrupt. I wave hello to no one today. Today. See all I've got, my life, this lot, my pockets inside out, lesser than you might have thought of us. The way we come apart, I'll give you a head start, turn the corner going far. I say so long to no one today. Words are just fingers pointing at the moon. Does it feel better to know it's not you? To some you are a stranger, to some you are a fool. To me you are an angel, despite all you do. Does it feel better to rip it off fast? Or would you like it more if you wore a cast? I'll write my initials and a heart to match in metallic Sharpie on your fiberglass.
WMSE's Local Live, and we have a live audience here, and I also want to introduce my special guest host, Sid. Let's give her a hand. And I want to point out also that we did not plan our wardrobe tonight. And technically, these are not the same shirts because I have the old school non-glow-in-the-dark version. Sid, you have the glow-in-the-dark version.
Which can be yours if you visit the WMSE store.
So, just so you know, we didn't plan this. Okay. First of all, could you guys introduce yourselves, large print?
Yeah, I'm Grace.
I'm Eric.
I'm Jay.
I'm James.
I'm Andy.
Welcome. Glad to have you guys back on the show. Now your new album, new cassette, is out now. In the Clouds, in the Dark, it's called, and it's a combination of 2 EPs. I'm amassing quite a collection of large print cassettes myself, which is great, although not the most practical delivery method for most people of music. What is it that appeals to you about tapes?
I mean, I think Eric could speak to this, but our recording process is on tape, so I think it translates nicely to then have it on a cassette tape.
Okay. We should have put more mics up there.
Yeah, that's all right. We can walk around a little bit. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think, too, you know, what else are you really going to sell now? I don't know. Maybe people have the CD player in the car, but yeah, cassette's kind of a fun thing to do. So, yeah, just ended up going that route.
I still have a tape player in my car, so it's all good for me. Have you ever considered doing a vinyl release?
I think we'd like to sometime down the line. I think for us, like, you know, this is like a serious hobby and endeavor, and I think doing vinyl releases are definitely like a pretty big financial endeavor for like a band like ourselves. You know, we don't get a chance to necessarily tour a lot out of town. We get out here and there. But I think down the line, we've definitely talked about trying to maybe do something in vinyl in the future. But I think part of the tape, the appeal to is definitely it's a little more cost effective for the budget we're rolling on right now. So
Sure. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Sacred Bones Records just recently unveiled a new series of 8-track tapes that they're putting out. Is that something you would consider in the future, putting out 8 tracks?
I think if it was more cost effective than a cassette, then maybe. But I think right now where we're at, it just makes the most sense to do cassettes. But I mean, yeah, I'm down, whatever.
All right. We won't rule anything out. Good.
Yeah, we have talked about putting out a VHS at one point of like video compilation of all of our like Instagram videos, but we'll see.
I'd buy it.
I want to talk about how this record came to be, or these cassettes. Sorry, you put it in your mindset to write a song a week in 2020, and this is the fruits of your labors after going back and revisiting those tracks. Was it like, did you intentionally set this sort of deadline on you that you were going to do a song a week? Like, how did this come to be? Because I would think that'd be a little stressful for already a stressful time.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, if it's all the songs were very short, less than a minute. It's pretty low stakes when it's a minute long. You know, you can really go off the rails, and the consequences are, you know, pretty much non-existent. So, yeah, it was just not. You know, I think it was kind of liberating in a way. We just go in and see what we came up with and try to chop it down to a minute, and then we went back and tried to expand upon that, and I kind of reverse engineer things, if you will. So that was, I guess, the strategy for a lot of the songs. You know, started as a 1-minute thing, and then looked at them again and decided what do we need to keep, what do we need to add, and so on and so forth. So,
Why 1 minute?
like I said, it's, you know, it's a pretty low investment for everyone involved. You know, anyone can listen to something for 1 minute, and you know, if it's good, then you want more, and if it's bad, turn it off, or it's over already. So, yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. Also, we made a video for each one, and it's just, you know, it's a time-consuming thing to do that every week. So, to make a 1-minute video it takes half the effort of making a 2-minute video. You know, mathematically speaking. So, yeah.
Now, where can people find those videos?
Well, they exist on our Instagram and on YouTube. I don't know if anyone looks at them on YouTube, but they're there. So they're on TikTok. We made a TikTok, so they exist on there too. Probably, I don't know. I haven't had the app on my phone in a long time, so who knows if people actually watched them on there. But they are there, yeah.
In case I forget to ask later, what is your Instagram handle so people
Sure.
if people want to see that?
Yeah, it's _large_print_.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Well, I think it's time for a few more short songs, if you will.
Cleaning up every day. Mean the words that you say, like, come here, come over here. Feeling round in the dark, looking for something sharp. Lights, come on. Blood is drawn down your palms. Let it fall. Droplets on the ground. They all dry up. They all dry up. What happens after this? Days go by that you miss as you wait. Getting late. Healing cuts with a kiss. It's not an easy fix. Pressing lips till they fit. Riding home all alone. Droplets on the ground. They all dry up. They all dry up. Apple in the window with the rain. Plants in the shade, it goes on and then I trace the walls, my fingertips and all. Dry fruit peels and spider bites are lingering. Lightning bugs going up and lit. And then I deck the halls with cobwebs and mothballs. Cracked granite and termite rots the wood. Foundation is sapped of suburban. I only see you in October when the leaves are blowing, holding a dustpan filled with dog hair as I wear your sweater, where only The walls won't stay together. And looking backwards now, I can see it all. Broke dishes and water's leaking in all over our bedding. I'm leaving. Targets, shooting practice, and I miss. Don't go after it more than once, more than one time. A mirage overnight. Stopping before I'm past my limit, telling all of my secrets. You already know, acting like you don't. Slipping, hit my head on the ceiling. Coming down from it, I can tell you'll catch my fall, but you're falling too. We'll be landing soon. Go round the block and then come up for some sugar. Leave through the two-door garage and into your two-door car, the one that's been on the street for weeks, reeking of gasoline. It's always about going, always about going, always about showing a blade. I swear I'll be on time next time. I'll be on time next time. If there is one. It's always about going, always about going, always about saving some face. I swear it's always yours, not mine. I'll still be on time. If there is one, if there is one, if there is one, if there is one.
thanks so much. It's sounding great tonight. You guys are killing it up there. Okay, so I want to go back to this 1 minute song thing because my roots are in punk rock, and punk rock songs are always like 1 minute long. When you amassed all these songs and you went back and revisited them, how do you decide who gets to stay and who has to be cut from this latest release? Because it's not every song that you recorded during that time period.
Well, I guess it's kind of a long process, but we have this Google Drive that we just kind of put everything on and just kind of like think about and consider each song, and then come together as a group and decide like which ones make the most sense to move forward with, or which one makes the most sense to expand or cut or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of just communication.
Is there a reason behind 2 cassettes too, as opposed to putting it all out on one final record, one final release?
Our strategy there was kind of, I guess when you put out an album, and then it takes a while to write and then record again, and especially with our process, it's all analog, so it takes a minute to kind of mix and then get it out for mastering and stuff. So our idea was, we release one album and then 6 months down the road release another. We kind of keep steam going, so instead of just releasing one and then sitting on it for 2 years and then coming back and hopefully releasing something else. So that was the idea there. And then we thought we could make it conceptual where it comes onto one cassette, but it's like kind of thematic. The best we can to group songs where lighter songs are on one, and then what we find more distorted or I guess pushing our boundaries a little bit more are on the other. So
Cool.
I noticed on some of those seasonal songs, they magically turned into demo versions on Bandcamp once you put this out. Do you plan on mining some of those for future releases? Is that the plan still, or?
Yeah, I think that's always the plan. Yeah, I think we could go back to any of them and rework them. There are songs, so if we feel like it, yeah.
Do whatever you want.
There's also a few songs that didn't make it onto the Song a Week project or on the finished like EPs, so that we might eventually circle back to and expand and do different stuff with.
Okay. I'm going to quote Ben Slowey here from the Shepherd Express regarding In the Clouds. Quote, "There's a recurring theme of trying to make a connection happen between you and someone else, but things never quite land right." Does that ring true for you all, as far as thematic?
Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the sentiments, or things maybe being a bit askew with yourself, or there's like the shadow self kind of comes back. But yeah, I think there's definitely like connections, and then fraying connections, but then new connections.
I've always thought that your lyrics are one of the main selling points of the band. I'm wondering, are there lyricists that you really look up to that inspire you at all if you're looking for inspiration for lyrics?
Yeah, I mean, Kim Deal's she's a big inspiration, and not just her lyrics, but her delivery of her lyrics and her sentiments. I think she finds nice ways to put very relatable experience. Yeah, really. She finds new ways to say relatable things. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think most of WMSE is a big fan of Kim Deal. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, well, why don't we have a few more songs?
I'm sitting and you're sitting and the sun is setting and we're gonna take it from here. Gonna take it from here. Unbuckled, pulled over, move, Bruce, smooth, you're too sweet. Easy riding, taking thought lead. I'm saving your halo bits. They keep falling this nightly. It comes easy. I'm saving your habits. They keep falling on me. Did you turn off the stove? Are you sure that you made things right? Double check before you go. Make sure, turn off all the lights. Turn off the stove. Make sure you make things right. Now that you're back, turn on all the lights. Did you turn off the stove? Double check before you go. Dirt cheap leather seats, dipsticks, driving stick shift, smiley face drawn in dust on the back of a truck. Pack your own lunch. Riding shotgun and scenery sleeves stretched out, 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 out. Dirt cheap company sits on the passenger seat. The scenes recede. Smiley faces all gone. Wiped away with a buck splat into a frown. Into a frown. And scenery sleeves stretched out, 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 out. Dirt cheap gasoline, hitchhike on the roadside, gravel lane blows away as the view starts to fade. Pack your own lunch, riding shotgun. And scenery sleeves stretched out, 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 out. Showing your age. You're so high grade, baby. Tell me your name. Are you called destiny? My friends think you're cool, but they all live out of state, and sometimes I drool. And maybe you can relate. Let's count all the ways to raise a nice family. It's nuclear waste that poisons eventually. A mom and a dad, brother, sister, so sad. Walking the dog, 1950s fantasy, showing your age. You're so high grade, baby. Tell me your name. 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 Are you called destiny? Are you called destiny? Are you called destiny? Are you called destiny? Destiny. 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 Destiny.
Large print on Local Live. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I want to ask a little more about your recording process. You mentioned that it's an all analog process, which is pretty unusual for this day and age. First of all, where did you get the equipment to do this?
Craigslist?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just kind of accumulated all the stuff I have over many years, so yeah.
So for the audio tech nerds out there, what is exactly your process? Like, what kind of stuff do you use for that?
We did most of it on 2 different Tascam machines, so half-inch tape and quarter-inch tape, respectively. But yeah, it's all 8 tracks, so drums that go on 2 tracks, guitars go on 2 more tracks, bass on a track, vocals, and then the last 2, whatever we felt like doing. So, a lot of them we do all the basic stuff, and then all 5 of us would be kind of doing something at the same time, just as a group, and try to, cram as much stuff as we could and as much life into those last 2 as we could.
See, I seem to remember hearing a while back that it was hard to find the tape and stuff like that to make those. Is it still hard to come by?
I think it's just getting more expensive. But yeah, I think so. Both. Harder to find, more expensive.
All right. Have you ever done any digital recording, or has it always been analog?
No, I don't think so. I mean, demos on the phone or something like that. But no, we did do an EP. Yeah, I guess I'm totally wrong about that. Yes, we did a whole EP like that. But
Okay. And you do it all yourself?
Everything except that EP. We didn't do that one ourselves. Our friend Kevin Dixon did that one, and everything else we've done, yeah. Because we just end up spending so much time on it, so it's free. We do it ourselves. It's a lot cheaper, and we could spend a lot more time on it. So.
Well, you obviously know what you're doing with the equipment, because it always sounds great.
Yeah.
I have to say the song Stove, it just brings on so much almost itchiness, because have you turned off the stove? And I know it's talking about other things in the world or whatever, but I hear it now, since listening to your record and hearing that track, when I leave the house, I'm always like, have you turned off the coffee pot? Have you done this? Because it's so stressful. But you've captured it perfectly. I mean, I assume that was your intention, just to make the listener very uncomfortable, but also something catchy?
Yeah, I think it's just a personal experience. Not that I think the opposite, but I was living with someone who thinks like that. And so I think that was also becoming symbolic of our relationship. So it's like about the stove, but not about the stove.
I want to talk about your videos, because I also find them great because they're short and tiny and all that stuff. Like the blueprint video, you're basically playing inside a blueprint, or the butter video, it's a pat of butter in the frying pan. Is that just you guys just being like, this is going to be really cool, let's just put a pat of butter in the frying pan? How does that work?
Well, yeah, I guess it's part of us improvising music when we get together is also improvising the image, and sometimes it's more formulated beforehand than other times. So yeah, sometimes we really want to follow a theme, like with the song Butter, and go all out with butter and pancakes.
What got kind of tricky about that series is, we got a part way through it, and then a pandemic happened, so then we had to get kind of clever about how to continue this video process. We had a lot of songs, but then, it was all very different. There was like unclear. It was going to be, first it was a couple weeks, and then it was like you shouldn't be near anybody for weeks, and I don't know. It was all very unclear, so we had to get adaptive and had to kind of really get creative about how to continue this process and not let it stop. So that was kind of, that probably definitely is apparent in some of the videos. You can kind of see where that's happening more and more.
Are there going to be more?
I mean, music videos, but maybe not.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, possibly.
Some visual will still happen.
And is it just there's not one person who does the filming, and it's just literally it's a group effort as far as that goes? Like,
I think everybody's ideas kind of, it's just we make 52 of them, so you just gotta, just spitball it, whatever, throw the ideas out, and we figure it out eventually, but kind of group, collaboration, sure.
Cool.
Now, between the recording process and the videos, does anyone in the band have like actual training in this stuff, or are you all self-taught as far as that goes?
I don't know, mostly self-taught, I guess. Like, I didn't go to video school.
I went to video school.
Well, that's a relief.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's have a few more songs, shall we?
lost all your drool. All the things I never said, what goes on inside your head, happen only after thoughts. You're a fool. Counting floaters in your eye as the hour hand goes by, reaching out for seconds. How about thirds? Only makes it worse. What's your idea of a good time? Tell me yours, I'll tell you mine. If we ever have the time to find time. I can't see in the dark, your hands over my eyes. set aside with a sigh the last note that you wrote. Leaky pen in a pocket shirt. Ink stain sets in the pattern swirls. Take notes by rubbing blue on your palm. Last I heard, you were fine, doing fine. Sure hope so. Taking notes on your forehead and down your spine. On your fingers, doing fine. Doing fine. You were fine, doing fine. Sure hope so. Taking notes on your forehead and down your spine. On your fingers, doing fine.
Thank you, Large Print. That was fantastic.
Thank you for having us.
I have one final math-related question for you, just to wrap things up here a little bit, because I don't know if you realize this, but the longest song that you've ever actually released was the very first song on your very first EP, and then it's just been getting shorter and shorter since then. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a reversal at some point. You write like an opera or like an epic track, or if they're going to get shorter and shorter until they just disappear.
Yeah, I think we're going in that direction.
Yeah, I think it's a long-term goal. We've talked about it. Like, we definitely have done plenty of humoring and trying of the shorter ideas, which has been fun. But yeah, we definitely have talked about trying to expand and think about what's next. It's hard to say what the specifics are, but I know we trust our process, and I think definitely some longer songs will be in the future that are longer than the first song that we ever wrote. By seconds.
I think that will blow everyone's mind when that happens. Well, thank you so much for being our guest tonight. Do you want to give out again your social media or any way that people can get in touch with you and or get your music?
Bandcamp, we're there, and Instagram will message you back through there. Spotify, all the normal places. And Gmail, largeprintmke@gmail.com.
Do you have any shows coming up that we should know about?
Is our next one October 21st?
Well, I guess we play.
Oh yeah, we're playing in Sheboygan.
So we have a show at Honey and Ace, which is like a space, exhibition space, and interior design area studio that we're playing on the 30th. So yeah, it's right. 30 days half September. It's right. So the 30th of September. Don't come to the 31st. We won't be there.
Where's that? Where did I?
It's at Honey and Ace. It's
Honey and Ace, okay.
in Sheboygan.
Okay.
And then we have a show. It's October 21st at High Dive with this band Products from Minneapolis, who are good friends of ours. It was one of the last, the third to last show we played before the pandemic hit. They're going to be coming through. And Summer Birth, who's another local, that will be playing that show. And then should I say that? I think we have another show coming up. I don't know if we're allowed to say if we're the November show.
That's okay. Keep
is
it
that
a
formally
secret.
released? I
It's
don't know.
fine. We love
Yeah, we have
mystery.
another fun show coming up in November. I think it's early November, so keep your eyes peeled if you're interested. Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right.
Sorry, I forgot.
Thanks again, Large Print. Let's give them one more applause. Tonight's edition of Local Live was broadcast and live streamed from Anodyne on Bruce in Walker's Point. Local Live is a production of 91.7 FM WMSE, produced by Cal Roach, audio and video engineering by Knieverland Productions, all graphics by AirTalk Design, band hospitality by Transfer Pizza. Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. Thanks again, Large Print.
You were awesome. Live audience, you were awesome. Thanks for being here.
Yes, you guys are great.
And you can find upcoming guests and archives of past Local Live segments at WMSE.org. And tune in again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for an interview with Zach Petrini. And stay tuned for more details about next month's Anodyne show soon. So we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Thanks everybody for coming out.